Ever wondered how to make the perfect waffles at home? Picture this: a morning suffused with the sweet, mouth-watering aroma of freshly made waffles. Imagine the sheer delight of biting into a crispy golden waffle, its fluffy interior melting in your mouth. The joy of making such perfect waffles right in the comfort of your own kitchen is second to none. It's not just about breakfast, it's about creating a memory, an experience. Well, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll be a waffle wizard. First things first, gather your ingredients. To whip up the perfect waffles, you're going to need a few key items. Start with the backbone of every waffle, the flour. It gives our waffles their structure and body. Next, we have eggs. They are the binding agents that hold everything together, and they'll give your waffles a rich, moist texture. Then we have milk. It's going to add a creamy, smooth touch to your batter. Sugar comes next. It's not just for sweetness, but it also aids in caramelizing the outside of the waffle, giving it that golden, crispy edge we all love. Last but not least, we have baking powder. This is our secret weapon for fluffy, light waffles. It's what makes them rise and become tender on the inside while being crispy on the outside. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to mix them up. Making perfect waffles is all about the perfect mix. Now let's dive into the mixing process. We're going to start with the dry ingredients. Take your flour, sugar, baking powder, and a pinch of salt, and give them a good stir in a large bowl. Once they're all friendly with each other, it's time to introduce the wet ingredients. Pour in your milk, gently whisking as you go. Next, add the melted butter and the eggs, one at a time. Here's where the magic happens. As you mix, everything begins to come together into a smooth, creamy batter. But remember, we're not looking for perfection here. A few lumps are okay. Overmixing is the enemy and will rob your waffles of their light, fluffy texture. And there you have it, the perfect waffle batter, ready to transform into golden, crispy waffles. All right, our batter's ready. Now let's heat up that waffle iron. Now comes the fun part, cooking the waffles. First off, let's get that waffle iron nice and hot. Normally, preheating it for about 5 minutes should do the trick. You want it to be hot enough to sizzle when the batter hits the plates, but not so hot that it burns our soon-to-be delicious waffles. Once our iron is all warmed up, it's time to introduce it to our batter. With a ladle or a measuring cup, pour just enough batter to fill the bottom plate. Remember, not too much or it'll overflow, creating a mess and wasting our precious batter. Close the lid and let the magic happen. Now, some waffle irons come with a timer or a light indicator, but if yours doesn't, fret not, my friend. Here's a little trick. Watch for the steam. When the waffle first starts cooking, it'll produce a lot of steam. But as it gets closer to being done, the steam will start to lessen. That's when you know it's time to check on your waffle. Open the iron with care and behold the sight of your nearly perfect waffle. It should be golden brown and slightly crisp on the outside. If it is, it's time to gently remove it with a fork or a spatula and let it rest on a cooling rack. There you have it, golden brown, fluffy, perfect waffles, but we're not done yet. Now, for the final touch to our perfect waffles. It's time to let your creativity run wild with a smorgasbord of toppings. Traditionalists may prefer a classic drizzle of pure maple syrup. It's the sweet nectar of the gods, after all. Or how about a sprinkle of fresh berries? Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, you name it. They all add a burst of color and a tangy twist. And for those with a sweet tooth, a dollop of whipped cream or a dusting of powdered sugar can be just the ticket. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. It's all about personalizing your waffle experience. Now here's a pro tip. Always serve your waffles hot. That's when they're at their best, with their crispy exterior and fluffy interior. They'll melt in your mouth and deliver a flavor punch that's just out of this world. And voila, you've just made perfect waffles at home. Enjoy your masterpiece, waffle wizard.